much for tuning in and for choosing to spend some of your time with me. I'm Maria Milagros. You're an incredible human being. Whether you know it to be true or not, that is the truth about who you are. And my job, my mission, my goal with these videos, with the work that I do, is to help align people with that natural sense of self-love, because you are incredible. And when we know that about ourselves, we release judgment about ourselves. And when we do that, we release judgment about other people. And we release criticisms about ourselves. And when we do that, we can release criticisms about other people. And we find more ways and opportunities to reconnect to peace and love. And when we do that, we can do the same with other people. But it has to start here first. If you watched any of my videos, then you know I'm going to say it again and again and again. All things start right here, okay? So that's the whole point of these videos, is to help give you tools, techniques, some stories, some antidotes to help reconnect you and realign you with your natural state of love. So today is actually the 3-year anniversary of Super Sparkly Everything. And it didn't dawn on me until this morning. I was looking at the calendar and I'm like, why is this day so significant? I don't know. I feel like 9-9, that means something. So I started scrolling, and then I found, like, oh, right, I released a whole book. I wrote a whole book. And it was really scary because I wrote a lot of personal stories, and I share pieces of my past and tips and tools and nuggets and the things that I use to help me overcome the negative parts of those stories, and to almost rewrite those stories so that I could learn from them and grow from them, right? So I just wanted to take a moment to talk about Super Sparkly Everything and the 7 principles. You don't need to buy the book. If you do, it's available on Amazon, Walmart, and BarnesandNoble.com. You don't need to buy the book in order to get something out of this. I'm just going to go through the 7 and give you a quick little snippet for each of them. So the first one is put God first. And I want to be clear that God is different for everybody. Some people call it source or the universe. Some people have a different name for their different God. As so long as your God is bringing you back to a space of love, reminding you how incredible you are, and then asking you to bring that love into the world, it's a healthy practice. Whether you practice in a building that you call a church, a synagogue, a mosque, whatever it is, if you are practicing from a place of love for yourself and others, it is a healthy and necessary, not necessarily necessary, but it's a healthy spiritual practice. And for me personally, I find that having a spiritual practice is really important because it keeps me rooted in reminding myself that I am part of the creation of all of this, and that I am also connected to every single human, right? So sometimes God isn't necessarily like this one entity floating in a cloud. It's more the expansiveness of all of us, in trees, in a flower, in a cat, right? So put God first, meaning remind yourself to be constantly in a space of a spiritual connection that is greater than yourself. All right. The second one is my favorite. It's love yourself. It's something that I talk about ad nauseum for some people because I know and I've seen it with my clients, my coaching clients. I've seen it when I lead talks. I've seen it when I work with young people. When we truly get to a place where we start to love on ourselves and to truly love ourselves and call this space home, to recognize that we are valid and we are worthy and we are deserving of all the good that life has to offer, and no one else has to tell me that I can do that for myself, then we operate from a very different place as we move through the world and as we have our interactions. So loving ourselves is super important, making sure that we're constantly doing that work here first, right? The next thing is controlling your thoughts. And if I could rewrite this, I wouldn't say control anymore. I would just say be aware of, right? Acknowledging, because negative thoughts are going to happen. And when they do, we have the opportunity to be aware that they're happening, to kind of capture them, separate them from us, say, I see you, I know where you come from, and I'm going to go ahead and dismiss you. Your services are no longer welcome here. And then replacing them with more positive thoughts, with gratitude work, with affirmation statements. And I'll put a video up about affirmations towards the end of this in case you're looking to find out more about affirmations. The next thing is protecting your temple, right? Our psychology and our physiology are very connected. So making sure that we're taking the time to take care of our bodies, because it's truly the only place we have to live. The foods that we eat contribute to our mental health or not. We are either supporting or sabotaging overall health in our minds, in our emotions, in our bodies by what we're consuming and movement. So I'm not saying go crazy, clear out everything from your house. I'm saying add a little couple more vegetables, drink water, get moving. Nothing cray. Just, do right by your body so your body can keep doing right by you. Number 5 is this life is a journey, and just this kind of remembrance that this is a process. This is a process. There is no there. There is the day you die. That's like the finish line. People are always like, oh, I'll be happy when I get there. Good luck with that. Because the truth is, once you get there, you're usually so exhausted that you don't allow yourself to fully celebrate and enjoy the there. And because you haven't practiced having fun along the way, there doesn't feel that exciting, and then you're just looking for the next there. Life is this amazing journey, and we get to decide along the path how we're going to live. And we get to decide, right? Let me just point this out real quick. Rest is necessary. It's also productive. When we are resting, that is productive for the mind and the body. It helps bring clarity and peace back to the mind and the body. It's part of the journey. Don't buy into this whole grind yourself into the ground nonsense, because 1, it's not fun, and 2, it can literally kill you, okay? And you're not fun to be around. Nobody wants to be around that crazy person who's always grind, grind, grind. Enjoy your life. You only have the one. And when you get to the end, do you want to just say, look at my 19 cars and my big old house and all my money? There's nobody around you. Nobody's there. No, you're all alone, but you got your stuff. Not that there's anything wrong with having stuff, but let's just prioritize. Let's choose to be intentional about fully living our lives every day and enjoying our path on the way to the goal. And then when we get to the goal, let's celebrate. Right? Let's celebrate ourselves on the way to the goal, and then let's celebrate when we get there. So that when we feel expansive and we find a new goal, and we're like, well, I want to do that for the fun of it. I want to do that for the adventure of it. Again, we're doing it for the fun and the adventure of it, not just to grind, right? Life is a journey. 6 is know who you're with. Relationships are so important in our lives, and remembering who we keep around ourselves will infiltrate who we are. So if you surround yourself with people who are constantly whining and complaining and negative, chances are you're always whining, complaining, or negative. And if you're not, you're exhausted by their energy. So start paying attention to who you surround yourself with, and be aware of how you're choosing the people around you. Now, that doesn't mean that we can't pour into other people's lives who are negative. It just means, how much time and energy am I truly willing to pour into this one-way street, right? Because I know I'm not getting the same thing in return. How much am I able to give here first and foremost? And then, am I doing it truly from this place of love and overflow? Or am I doing it because I feel like I need to change you? That's another video. Truly, it's another video. It's on my list. And then the last thing is remembering that you're the hero of your life. My daughter likes to say, I am the star of my movie. Yes. You are the star. You are the hero. So if you're waiting for someone to save you, it's not going to happen. You are the savior. Other people can come along and guide you. Life, the universe, God will provide you with people, mentors who can guide you and provide you with tips and tools. But you have to be willing to do the things, the work, to unpack, to step away from fear, to acknowledge when you have it to begin with. You have to be willing to do the work. You are the hero of your life. And when we start to take that responsibility for ourselves in all the different areas of our lives, that feels like freedom. I had a client, I want to say it was last week, maybe it was the week before, 19 years old, and she was talking about her mother and how she finally, ding, the light bulb went off after a few months of us working together, and she went, oh my gosh, my mother is who she is, and it's not my job to change her, and it's not her job to save me. And then she was like, oh my gosh. And she said something like, I wrote it down, but it was something like, I thought taking responsibility for myself in my life would mean a lot of hard work, but it actually is freedom. Mic drop. So taking responsibility, loving on yourself. Remembering that you're the hero. Super sparkly, everything. Go out and get it, or don't. It's all good. I'm not in your wallet, and I'm not in your life. I'm not the boss of you. And remembering that as well is also super sparkly everything. So that's all I have for you. I hope you have a great rest of your week, weekend, and start of next week. I will see you next Wednesday. If you have any questions about any of these posts, let me know. And you can also, any of the principles, And you can also get the Super Sparkly Everything 30-Day Booster on my website. Head over there and click on, I think it's online courses, and there's a 30-day Super Sparkly Everything Booster that's available, and it literally takes you day by day. It's a do-it-yourself. You go every day, there's a little nugget, there's a little challenge. It ties to a principle. It goes in order. And by the end of the month, so far, everyone who's taken it is like, holy moly, I feel like magic. I know, because you are magic. And my job is just to guide you. So again, that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you know someone who can benefit from it, share it. Don't be like that. Sharing is caring. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, it should be right there. Hope, or maybe over here. I don't know. It'll be somewhere. Subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. And I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Peace!